If the Earth were completely submerged in water, how long can humans survive in such an environment? When sea levels suddenly rise at an alarming rate, the flood quickly flooded the streets and devour every city. Our Earth, it's about to become a real ocean planet. Have you ever considered, if that day comes, can humans continue to survive? Could this be the end of human civilization? We all know that the Earth is now 71% covered by water. Only 29% of the land remains. That's 29% of the land area became the key to human survival. Today we're going to hypothesize. If the Earth were completely submerged in water, what will the world be like? A heat wave, raging wildfires and storms will attack the Earth at the same time, causing a long and violent heat. That's hot enough to melt all the ice on Earth. Maybe many people don't know, there is an enormous amount of ice on Earth. Currently, 10% of our land mass is covered by ice. In particular, the huge ice sheets of Antarctica. What if all the ice melted in an instant? Sea levels will rise rapidly. It could flood, like Tokyo will also gradually disappear. The impact of this disaster will be felt globally. People's efforts may be in vain. At this moment, whether you have power or money, it is difficult to escape the sudden flood. Just the first day, this flood, water has already killed a third of the world's population. The next day, sea levels continued to rise. The world is in chaos. People with cars will try to flee in their cars. But this will only cause serious problems on roads and highways. Blockage. In chaos, you will find that you can get in touch with anyone. Becomes extremely difficult. And then the grid went down. The night will turn dark. You will be in the cold, hunger and fear. But the worst is yet to come. On the 5th day, the underwater volcano began to erupt. There are more than 1 million underwater volcanoes on Earth. Usually they lie quietly in the depths of the ocean. This sudden apocalyptic heat wave wake up some volcanoes, cause them to explode. Just like we are in various disaster movies, as seen, suddenly all the underwater volcanoes erupted at the same time. As they erupted around the world, actual earthquakes will shake every continent. Skyscrapers are collapsing. Tens of millions of people were buried under the valley. Underwater volcanic eruptions. It's not just about spewing lava. They will also release the water trapped in the depths of Demon. Scientists believe that the amount of water stored in Demon, at least all the surface of the Earth, twice the volume of the ocean. If some of this water is released, add to that already rising sea levels, land will be further submerged. And the water released from the veins will continue to raise sea levels. Once the sea level rises to 3.3 kilometers, every continent on Earth would be submerged. Only the mountains still rise above the water. But to find them in the vast sea, not easy. Earth at the moment, it has become a veritable water world. Day 30, the New World Organization has been established. Mountains will be the only safety. Everyone in the district tries to find a way to stock up on food. Build wood for yourself and your family. As people struggle to adjust to life on the water, the United Nations began formulating a long-term plan, hoping to build more habitat that floats on water. Because this is humanity's last hope for survival. By the 60th day, the Earth has been forever changed. Forests, grasslands, and deserts will disappear. Plants that grow in the soil, they can't survive underwater. They're going extinct. With the extinction of plants, the land animals that depend on them will also die. Of course, many animals drowned in the first flood. But because the food chain is disrupted, The remaining land animals in this new water world can't survive for long. This would be a battle since 66 million years ago. The scale the Earth has never experienced. Extinction event. If you think marine life will be safe because of this, that would be a big mistake. The oceans will absorb this carbon dioxide, initiate a chemical reaction. It makes the oceans more acidic. It's lethal to marine life. As the food chain breaks down, even massive whales are not immune. In fact, in the long 4.60 billion year history of the Earth, has experienced multiple mass extinctions. The Earth created life, and then destroy life on a massive scale, not all at once, but 5 times. Each extinction event reshaped the biosphere. They erased the dominant species, enabling the emergence of new species. The first mass extinction on Earth. The event took place 4.451 years ago. It was early on Earth. Most of life exists in the ocean, like trilobites, animals and early coral reefs. During the Depression Gold extinction, the Earth suddenly cooled. Heat up again. This violent climate fluctuations disrupt ocean chemistry, and oxygen levels lead to ecosystem collapse, eventually wiped out 85% of the species. The most recent extinction event, linked to the massive impact of an asteroid. 66 million years ago, this asteroid crashed into the Gulf of Mexico. Dust from the impact obscured the sky, disturbed the climate. Sunlight can't get through. Eventually led to the extinction of all dinosaurs. Scientists call it the White Evil, ancient taboo mass extinction event. And here we are, it's our turn to face extinction. After the initial melting of the ice sheet, the Earth will become unrecognizable. People are struggling to survive. 75 to 90% of all species would be gone. Those who remain are extremely lucky survivors. But most people, you can only survive through your own strength. Here's the good news. People can take over the legacy of luxury cruise ships, but these ships have limited capacity. We can't meet everyone's needs. And every ship eventually runs out of fuel. I can only drift with the current in the ocean, at the mercy of ocean storms. And these storms, on a planet completely covered in water, will be more dangerous. Usually, land weakens the force of storms moving inland. But now there is no land. These storms will become unstoppable. Will humans still be around in 100 years? To be honest, if this happens, very likely, everyone on Earth is going to die. In a more optimistic scenario, there may be hundreds of thousands of humans struggling to survive for a generation or two, but the harsh environment is not optimistic for them. And they're all over the world. And lacks all substances. In the end, humans persisted for less than 100 years. There weren't enough survivors to reproduce. The entire human civilization has perished. Millions of years later, everything that humans have created, houses and cars, will turn to dust. By that time, never seen again on Earth, any trace left by humans, as if it never appeared. Although all the ice on Earth in a short period of time, it's unlikely that it will all melt. But in fact, this is happening quietly. As time goes by, all the glaciers and ice caps on Earth may melt, except it could take 10,000 years. Even 1 million years. So humans need to plan early. Raise the level of science and technology so you can move early to another planet. After all, there's no harm in planning ahead. Who knows what the future holds? So explore the universe, finding a suitable planet for human migration. is the best option for the continuation of human civilization.